Vidge, do you want to take the reading this time?
No.
I mean, I can read it. It ain't no big deal.
Oh yeah, this is your domain. Cancer.
Yeah,
I mean
yeah,
Twitter.
of course. Twitter. Oh man, yeah, I'm still suffering from what I just went through a while ago.
Go ahead.
Every time he goes to Twitter, he takes psychic damage.
Oh shit. Stress
Oh,
damage.
Man.
Yo, go ahead.
Okay.
My God, bro.
Oh man. Okay. So this is from Justin Hart here, and he's saying a risk gut check. What are your odds of dying from COVID-19? New preprint from Johnny Anitas, most cited living scientist alive. Yeah, it's not Dr. Fauci, okay?
I'm sorry, bro.
Not,
I'm sorry, bro. I got to remark on this sentence, bro. Most cited living scientist alive. Bro.
Oh man.
All right.
Okay.
That's my
But
side. Go ahead.
as I was saying, yeah, it's not Dr. Fauci. It's Johnny Anitas.
Nah,
okay?
it's not Fauci.
He's saying that he charted comparable odds. If you're under 50, you have a better chance of dying from drowning, choking on food, sunstroke,
Wow.
or dying from a sharp object. I would have added a car accident going to work, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
Either way, your chances of dying from this thing are like almost zero.
You know what, man?
Go ahead and blow up the image of the percentage rates, by the way.
I'm going to do that, but I'm also going to invite our special guest on screen since we invoked his name, but I am going to blow up the image.
Oh God, are you bringing him in? Are you
Yeah,
bringing him in?
I sure am. I'm bringing him out. I'm bringing him out. Give me a second.
You just have Do you just have a bookmark of him?
No, I don't. I'm literally just going to post it as a URL.
Oh man.
Oh my God. Just to let everybody know watching this and any future viewers watching this, you can be assured that a lot of these quality memes will be brought to you by me and many other people of the lovely esoteric community.
I'm probably not even going to be able to convert it into a URL. Fuck. You know what?
You can. Hang on.
He's going to help me. Thank you. I'll be better later.
Where is my Fauci meme? Wait, where the fuck is the Fauci meme?
Wait a minute. I know I downloaded it. You gotta practice that one. Gotta practice that in the mirror, bro. That thing on me. The Covidian sorcerer of Clown World, Fauci. Let me blow up the image because
I'm proud of myself making this.
This does look mad small. Why didn't you make the image like bigger in thumbnail?
Well, it was small already.
Why did this work? Why did this work so well, bro? I don't even get it. How? Like, what? How? I don't get it, bro.
Okay. What was it that we called him earlier?
Fauci,
it's in the notes.
Covidian sorcerer of Clown World.
Oh, trust me, we're gonna clown on this motherfucker in a minute once we get to another topic.
Oh dear God, bro! I might have busted it out too early. Pause. Anyways,
let's move on to the other point of this is that due to the information specified, the mortality risk of COVID-19 chances for dying of C19 by age group with comparable overall odds to the population, which is a Stanford study. So this is something directly from the academia and the cathedral, that if you were below the age of 19, you have a 99.997% chance of survival rate.
Man, bro.
And then when you turn 20 to 29, your chance decreases by what?
Bro, 70 plus. I'm sorry, 70 plus years old, got a 90. All right, bro. Go ahead, bro. I've seen a lot, bro.
Look, this is the thing that makes me fucking nuts about this, is that 70 plus is still 97%.
Bro, yeah. Why are they pushing this vaccine, bro? We need to ask that question. We have never had any sort of mandates. Your job has never dangled your livelihood over your head for anything, bro. Not polio, not swine flu, not the Spanish flu, not fucking mumps, measles, chicken pox.
If you want to go ahead,
Nothing.
if you want to go off the image and go ahead and scroll down a little bit on the thread,
Yes. We can actually bring
there
up.
is. He actually has more sources as well. Directly in this, what we're talking about is because we're big on citing our sources and making sure that the information we provide is legitimate. That there are sources to the papers and information that he uses in all of this.
Absolutely.
So it is. So it's not like we're spouting bullshit here. We're literally telling you that this is information readily available. So if you don't believe us, look at it.
Yeah, look it up
just-
yourself.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually going to see if we can provide links in the description to these sources directly.
I believe you can edit it at a later date.
I can edit it right now, but I want to get on with the show.
Fair enough. You might as well go to the next link, the population levels with COVID-19.
Yeah, it's right here. COVID-19.
Yeah, pop it up and
I'm definitely
zoom in a little
excellent
bit
at
for
that.
the viewers.
Absolutely. 150? Was that good last time?
Yeah, 150.
Okay. So go ahead.
All right, I'll take care. Population level of COVID-19 mortality risk for non-elderly individuals overall and for non-elderly individuals without underlying diseases and pandemic epicenters. This is a study done by PubMed with the objective to provide estimates of the relative rate of COVID-19 death in people below the age of 65 years versus older individuals in the general population, the absolute risk of COVID-19 death and the population level during the first epidemic wave, and the proportion of COVID-19 deaths in non-elderly people without underlying diseases in epicenters of the pandemic. So again, this is still when the COVID was fresh and everyone was still kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But to make sure that everybody knows that this data is legit, cross-sectional survey of countries and U.S. states with at least 800 COVID-19 deaths on April 24, 2020, and with information on the number of deaths in people with ages 65, below 65. Data were available for 14 countries, including Belgium, Canada, France, Germany, India, Ireland, Italy, Mexico, Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, and the UK. And and 13 U.S. states: California, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland.
I gotta
Massachusetts,
interject when you
Michigan,
get to the end of this, bro. When you get to the end of this, I gotta interject. Go ahead. You finish.
Okay. New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania. We also examined available data on COVID-19 deaths on people with ages below 65 and no underlying diseases.
The thing I wanted to say, right? Notice this sample size, right? Of over, I don't even, how many countries did they cite? 14 whole countries plus 13 states versus 1,000 people on the other website talking about the Great Reset, bro. This is the sample size you need to be looking at for any sort of medical research, right? And I know that the Great Reset thing has nothing to do with medical research, but when people try to feed you stats and tell you 77% of people like this, you have to be wary of how many people like to confuse you with percentages, right? Forget about the percentage. Look at the raw numbers, because that'll give you a good ratio for how much that actually is. 77% of 1,000 people is fucking nothing. This is 99+% of people. How many people is this? 14 whole countries plus 13 U.S. states.
And remember, this was still kind of fresh with the pandemic. This was on, I believe, deaths as of April 24th, 2020. So this was still new. COVID-19 was completely new, and there were a lot of things that people didn't know about when dealing with it. So this is still very much fresh when COVID was around. This also doesn't include areas of China, because trust me, if we got the deaths from China, oh boy, would it be a little bit different, because they were the epicenter for at the beginning of all this.
You know what's crazy about China's data, right? Even though people didn't trust, China's data, it still ended up lining up with most other countries, including who was the first country to actually abandon COVID lockdowns? Was it Sweden or Switzerland?
Yeah, I think it was Sweden.
Okay, yeah, their data actually lined up with every other country, including Sweden, except Sweden actually started to receive less cases because they didn't do any lockdowns. Like they reached immunity, I would say, quicker than any other country. Unless there were other
It's crazy
countries.
though.
Well, Japan too. I think Japan said fuck that as well. They weren't about it either.
Yeah, but there are still handling a lot of like the vaccine mandates and whatnot. I know that from what I've done a little research on in terms of the Sweden scenario, their epidemiologist is primarily saying that this was a recent thing. I'll need to look it up if I want to bring it into the notes. But their epidemiologist in Sweden has basically thrown up his hands because they've done a mass amount of the vaccine work. They have done a lot of the necessary. Oh,
I know
nice
they.
noise.
Did he donate or what did he donate?
He just subscribed.
Oh,
But anyway,
oh, that's the
thank you
same.
for that.
Oh, that's the same chime for subscription. That's right.
Anyways, basically what Sweden was doing is that they've done a lot more of like the expected things from like vaccines, handling the mandates, etc., and they were still getting spikes in COVID rates, not deaths, just cases, just general cases that people were being, um, just cared for. Maybe they were hospitalized, maybe they just got general treatment, and the epidemiologist threw up his hands like, "Listen, I don't know what more else we can do." At this point, it feels that like we have to begin to live with COVID-19.
It's become endemic.
Yes. I would not be surprised if 6 to 7 months from now, there is going to be people saying in the mainstream media, sorry, not the mainstream media, the corporate press, because we don't say mainstream here, we say the corporate press, because they're not mainstream. They're a bunch of liars and hacks. But the corporate press eventually will be told
Well,
that COVID is endemic. It's part of us now.
to be fair, they are mainstream in the sense that they get the most exposure. However, they are very much the corporate press and the enemy of the people. Remember that. They do not have your best interest at heart. They only serve to force feed you propaganda and make you fear living. That's their only purpose.
Let's get to the results. Individuals with ages below 65 account for 4.5 to 11.2 of all COVID deaths in European countries, and Canada 8.3 to 22.7 in the US locations, and were the majority in India and Mexico. People below 65 years old had 30 to 100-fold lower risk of COVID-19 death than those above 65 years of age in 11 European countries and Canada. 16 to 52-fold lower risk in US locations, less than 10-fold in India and Mexico. The absolute risk of COVID-19 death as of June 17th, 2020, for people below 65 years old in high-income countries ranged from 10 Germany to 349 per million New Jersey, and it was 5 per million in India and 96 per million in Mexico. The absolute risk of COVID-19 death for people above or equal to 80 years old ranged from 0.6 in Florida to 17.5 per thousand in Connecticut. The COVID-19 mortality rate in people below 65 years or old during the period of fatalities from the epidemic was equivalent to the mortality rate from driving between 4 and 82 miles per day for 13 countries and 5 states, and was higher, equivalent to the mortality rate from driving 106 to 483 miles per day for 8 other states and the UK. People below 65 years old without underlying predisposing conditions accounted for only 0.7 to 3.6% of all COVID-19 deaths in France, Italy, Netherlands, Sweden, Georgia, and New York City, and 17.7% in Mexico. In conclusion, people below 65 years old have very small risk of COVID-19 death, even in pandemic epicenters, and deaths for people below 65 years without underlying predisposing conditions, and remarkably uncommon. Strategies focusing specifically on protecting high-risk elderly individuals should be considered managing the pandemic. which I don't understand why wasn't the beginning at the first place.
Right. So focusing all efforts towards people who are actually vulnerable, yeah, that would have made the most sense. But for some reason, the government, as well as the, let's just call them corporate medicine, wanted to focus their attention on perfectly healthy human beings. It really didn't make any fucking sense to me the entire time. I just don't get it. I'm not sick. Why do I have to wear a mask? I exhibit literally no symptoms or any adverse effects of anything. Why am I wearing a mask? It don't even make sense. The only thing this shit does for me is inconvenience me.
I mean, think of it.
Go ahead.
Think of it this way. Nowadays, when they're asking for like a COVID pass or like the green pass in certain areas, the whole thing is that it's not a negative COVID test. It's just showing that you got the vaccine. It doesn't show anything about you actually having COVID at the moment, because as we've seen with the study from Israel and from those from the Nordic countries, those who have the vaccine can still spread it.
But COVID, they can pass these nuts, bro. Speaking of nuts, are we gonna talk about Ballgate?
God, dude, no.
You
No,
mentioned it.
'cause
You mentioned it.
God, I don't want to talk about Ballgate, because then Vigil's gonna have to look through all the Twitter stuff about Ballgate.
I kind of want to do it now. Well, I wouldn't put him through. I wouldn't put him through that. Yeah, let's not talk about Ballgate.
If you want like a complete rundown about Ballgate, it's Nicki Minaj said, "Hey, please be very careful about taking the vaccine and do what you need to do." Then people got mad at her about it. And then she said like, "Hey, I'm not going to get it because my cousin's friend's balls got swollen after getting the vaccine."
Why do they put
and he
gate?
became impotent.
Why do they put gate after everything, bro? I don't get it, bro.
No. Like the crazy part is, so like, okay, it just sounds like her cousin's friend got like an STD and his wife called off the wedding because of it.
Well, to be
And then
honest,
all of a sudden-
I do believe she has credible reason to actually believe that it was the vaccine, because think about it, it would have to be the only variable, right? He didn't take it, his balls were fine, he took it.
Well, like I said, we don't know anything about that person's life. Like, they could have been sleeping around and got an STD, but I don't know an STD
Fair
that
enough.
involves swelling balls.
Me neither.
Oh God.
Anyway,
Vigil, if we're
That-
gonna include that, you're on top of that. I'm not researching that. That's in your domain.
I do not want to make that joke. I'm just gonna move on, bro. Anyway,
Vigil sounds so pissed.
it's all good, bro. If you need help, you can recruit me to help you research it. I'll happily do it. Not really, but I'll do it though. Okay, so the next topic. Oh, we're gonna do all news. The final one is gonna be something in entertainment. All right, so the next one is actually gonna be the one about Fauci. So, Gunbun, can you?
Yeah. Yes. Of course. I am information. I mean, it should be in the channel.
Yeah, it is in the channel.
Yeah, I posted it in the. Yeah.
All right, so this person here. Oh, this is an article from the Blaze. Haha. Oh, D.
I swear to God, if a leftist finds us and says, "Oh, you guys didn't use any credible sources," it's like, bitch.
I'm literally gonna ignore them, bro. Like, we have video evidence of nearly everything we're talking about, so I'm just gonna.
Look, the sources are in the description. Look, man. Look with your eyes.
The proof is in the tapioca. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the man responsible.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me get this started. All right. From Blaze Media, bombshell documents suggest Dr. Fauci was untruthful about the federal funding for risky coronavirus research in China. This was a story that broke on September 7th, 2021.
Wait, are you reading from my screen or yours? Hold on.
I'm reading from my screen.
The audience
Scroll
can't.
down. Scroll down.
I was about to say the audience can't follow if you read
Oh.
it from yours.
Oh,
I-
fair enough.
I did flash Fauci one more time, but I'm done. Wait, where do you want to start?
Okay, let's get started. We'll just start from the top.
Okay.
The U.S. agency led by White House COVID advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci funded research experiments to infected humanized mice with novel coronavirus at a laboratory in Wuhan, China, newly released documents reveal. Over 900 pages of documents were obtained by The Intercept as part of a Freedom of Information Act request against the National Institutes of Health. The documents detail how EcoHealth Alliance, a U.S.-based nonprofit group that supports field research on coronavirus around the world, awarded federal funding to study bat coronaviruses at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Newly revealed details include two previously unpublished grant proposals that were funded by Fauci's National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. One of these grants appears to show gain of function research experiments that initially make viruses more transmissible among mammals, and particularly among humans, being funded by U.S. taxpayers through NIAID's grant to EcoHealth Alliance and subsequent sub-award to the Wuhan University Center of Animal Experiment. The grant was awarded for a 5-year period between 2014 and 2019.
Oh my God, more government money.
Yep. Let's go ahead and go from directly what The Intercept said. One of the grants titled Understand the Risk of Bat Coronavirus Emergence outlines an ambitious effort led by EcoHealth Alliance President Peter Daszak to screen thousands of bat samples for novel coronaviruses. The research also involved screening people who work with live animals. The documents contain several critical details about the research in Wuhan, including the fact that key experimental work with humanized mice was conducted at a biosafety level 3 lab at Wuhan University Center for Animal Experiment, and not at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. As was previously assumed, the documents raised additional questions about the theory that the pandemic may have begun in a lab accident, an idea that Daszak has aggressively dismissed. The bat coronavirus grant provided the EcoHealth Alliance with a total of $3.1 million, including $599,000 that the Wuhan Institute of Virology used to identify and alter bat coronaviruses likely to infect humans. Even before the pandemic, many scientists were concerned about the potential dangers associated with such research. The grant proposal acknowledges some of the new dangers. Fieldwork involves the highest risk of exposure to SARS or other COVs while working in caves with high bat density overhead and the potential for fecal dust to be inhaled.
Right. So, could you give them a brief rundown of what this is telling us about Fauci and what's been going
Sure.
on surrounding the rumors?
If you want me to give the TLDR version so far, Fauci has been pushed and denied the fact that there was no gain of function research being done at the Wuhan Institute of Virology or any other similar labs. However, there have been documents that show otherwise, to the tune of, bring it up again, $3.1 million.
And what that means is that everything that people have been saying about it originating in China, that the government and the media desperately tried to suppress and deny, yeah, all that shit's true. All of it. Everyone who said it came from China was 100% correct, and they tried to bury it, and he got exposed.
Remember when it was a conspiracy theory to say that it came from a lab?
Oh man, that aged like milk.
It did, didn't it?
Aged like
But to
white
go
women.
further into the article,
Wow.
he really went there. All right.
Go ahead.
According to Dr. Richard Ebright, a molecular biologist at Rutgers University, reviewed the documents and determined that the research described fits the definition of gain-of-function experiments. The virus they constructed were tested for their ability to infect mice that were engineered to display human-type receptors on their cells. Ebright told The Intercept he indicated that the documents show the Chinese researchers were able to infect humanized mice with two different types of novel coronaviruses. In a Twitter thread, Ebright elaborated that the materials show that the 2014 and 2019 NIH grant that the EcoHealth and subcontracts to the WIV funded gain-of-function research as defined in federal policies in effect in 2014 to 2017 and potential pandemic pathogen enhancements as defined in federal policies in effect in 2017 to present. He was also the document confirmed that one of the experiments produced several laboratory-generated SARS-related coronaviruses, and that one of these engineered viruses was more pathogenic to humanized mice than the starting virus from which it was constructed. And then in the story is also a direct link to the Twitter thread that he was discussing.
Are we gonna read this snippet here or continue?
Sure, yeah. Vid, you want to take the Twitter?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why do you always sound so sad, man? You're the plague doctor, not the emo doctor. You're not the emo doctor, bro.
Oh man. Okay, so you guys want me to read these posts right here, right?
Yes, we're not going on the website. It's from a window. It's all good.
I got it. Okay. So this is from Richard H. Ebright.
Yes.
Interesting name there. He says the materials further reveal for the first time that one of the resulting novel laboratory generated SARS related coronaviruses, one not been previously disclosed publicly, was more pathogenic to humanized mice than the starting virus from which it was constructed. And he continues to say, and thus not only was reasonably anticipated to exhibit enhanced pathogenicity. I guess that's how you say that word.
Yeah, pathogenicity.
But was demonstrated, huh?
I said yes, pathogenicity. You said it right.
Okay, got it. All right, making sure that my shit is on point. But indeed was demonstrated to exhibit enhanced pathogenicity. Oh my god, man. These jokers here.
Okay. So they actually tried to engineer this to be more transmissible to humans. And in testing, they used humanized mice. They were trying to make a bioweapon. Oh my god, we were all right! We didn't even read this before, man. We were all right.
Hang on.
This was a joke.
Hang on. I want to point this out. It's worse. I want to point out that this is worse than you originally think, because we have a timeline of events. Because remember, it shows that from 2014 to 2019, NIH grants to the EcoHealth. What do you mean you didn't read it? I had to read this stuff.
No, me. I didn't. Not we. You read it. I didn't. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Nah, bro. Like I just.
Okay.
You don't understand.
Timeline.
You don't understand. Wait, let me explain this first. All right. You don't understand, bro. Like, you know that meme with the white lady and the mathematical symbols flashing around her face, bro? After we got done with this tweet, that was literally me. And then I just got to the conclusion. I was like, wait a fucking minute, bro. They really did this. You do realize we've been making jokes about them making a bioweapon while toying with the actual possibility that it could be for like months. Well, shit, not even months, like about a year and a half now. It turns out they were really doing it, bro. I had no clue.
I'm tired of being right.
Right, bro. Go ahead. I'm tired.
Okay, hang on. I want to point out there's a timeline. They started the gain of function research as early as 2014 to 2017, as well as developing the pandemic pathogens from 2017 to 2019 from when it got out. This has been multiple years in the making. They've been doing this for years.
Mm-hmm. You know what, bro? I'm not tired of being right. Absolutely
Think about it for a second. They had years of doing this. They were doing this for years and never stopped to think, maybe we shouldn't fund this and stop doing this. Maybe we shouldn't play God with a virus.
They were literally
Jurassic Park all over again.
Yo, guess what, bro? It really was a pandemic. Oh no!
You know what's even worse? What's worse is that if we said that months ago, we would have been kicked off. We would have.
Bro! This was all we're not that so Raven, bro. This is scary.
Well, hang on. Remember. I'm pretty sure that the objective was to never let it leak out.
Bro, we are not Baba Yaga.
We
We don't have a crystal ball, dog. This was all memes, jokes, and theory.
Yeah, you want to know what else was a meme? That Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself.
I don't give a fuck if they do. I don't give a fuck if they do confirm that or don't, bro. I'm always gonna believe he didn't do it. Nah, it don't even matter.
Let's continue with the article. The documents make it clear that assertions by the NIH director Francis Collins and the NIAID director Anthony Fauci that the NIH did not support gain-of-function research or potential pandemic pathogen enhancement at the WIV are untruthful, Ebright said. Fauci, the director of the NIAID, has repeatedly denied that his agency or any part of the National Institute of Health provided federal funding for gain-of-function research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Well, that was a fucking lie. In July, Fauci accused Senator Rand Paul, a Republican from, I believe that's Kentucky? Yeah, of lying after Paul pressed him on NIAID's funding for coronavirus research in Wuhan. The Wuhan Institute of Virology lab has been on focus of efforts to discover the origins of the COVID-19 pandemic, while many scientists maintain that it was most likely the origin for the SARS-CoV-2 virus is natural spillover. A bat coronavirus, for example, making the evolutionary leap to infect humans.
Oh my God!
The Wuhan lab played in the virus's origins, giving its proximity to the first outbreak of COVID-19 in Wuhan and the research that was conducted there. The relevant question is whether Chinese scientists in Wuhan performed gain-of-function experiments to engineering coronaviruses, and whether it is possible one of those viruses escaped and caused the COVID-19 pandemic. Scientists have so far been unable to conclusively prove that SARS-CoV-2 has a natural origin, which has led many in the scientific community to call for intense scrutiny of the Wuhan lab as part of any investigation of the origins of the pandemic. President Joe Biden in May ordered the intelligence community to investigate the matter, and the classified August 27th report he received was inconclusive. But the new documents obtained by The Intercept supports accusations that scientists in Wuhan at the Wuhan University Center for Animal Experiments, if not the Wuhan Institute of Virology, were performing the kinds of dangerous experiments that many had previously warned could cause a pandemic.
I can't fucking believe this, bro. This is Alex Jones level shit.
I want to point out that the United States government couldn't find any information to prove such claims, but instead,
bro, I'll never believe they couldn't find it. They buried it. They smuggled that shit in their prison wallet, bro. Nope. I don't believe it, bro.
So basically,
they knew the whole time.
Senator Rand Paul was right. Fauci lied. People died.
It always was. I can't believe this. I did not. Yo, I'm glad. You know what, bro? Just based off this one reaction here to this article, I'm never reading our previous research ever again. I'm giving y'all the raw reaction. I did not look at any of this shit, bro. This was me putting 2 and 2 together the entire time. And I swear to God, bro, this was all conjecture. A year and a half ago, and we were fucking around. How do we fuck around this much and end up being right every time?
We have memed our way into reality. We were memeing months ago that, like, yeah, no, bro, like they were I don't know what they were doing, but they were doing something fucky with them bats.
Bro, what we've been doing this entire time is the equivalent of taking a shit and it being a gold brick. Just completely by accident. We weren't even trying to produce anything of substance, bro. Why? Why do they keep... I just don't understand.
No, Venom. You don't remember the memes and the jokes people were making way early into this thing? That they were like, oh yeah...
This is the man responsible! Now you understand why I called him Quan Chi.
He's Fauci.
I just I need to
literally
fucking
spent
lie
years-
down.
He literally spent years funding this. He's responsible for every single death that has happened across the world thanks to this.
Now
And the worst part is
the splitting of
he's probably
factions.
never gonna
The splitting of factions this man caused. The Shirai Ryu and the Lin Kuei. This is him.
This motherfucker really wanted to get. Think about it. Coronavirus is his soulmate, man.
I swear to God.
Oh my god.
Like, think about it for a second. This man has literally caused what? What is the total death count thanks to COVID now? Is it over 1 million? It has to be over 1 million.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
I believe we're over 1 million at this point.
We're gonna have
Okay,
to.
so there is over a.
I don't know.
Think about this for a second. What kind of man do you have to be to know that there is a strong possibility that you had funded something that led to the deaths of over 1 million people across the globe, and you have the gall to say, "Oh no, I never funded any of that." Like, what kind of man are you? What kind of lack of morality, what lack of a soul you have to have?
That's what happens when you get involved with the government, bro. You have to sell your soul to be able to.